good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Please subscribe to this channel, share, like, as well as drop a comment on the comment section. So today we are looking at educational planning in Nigeria. Educational planning in Nigeria. God, in His infinite mercies, has the objective of creating a man, a woman, animals, heavens, and everything that is received from God. As human beings, you have objectives for being what you are, doing what you are doing, and running a particular program or embarking on a particular, project. Furthermore, you have reasons or objectives for running specific program, okay, or doing specific projects. Okay, each of the countries in the world, okay, has their respective objectives for their relations, for having relations with other countries. So also, each nation has education as one of the sectors that make up such nation, which is planned for. There are objectives why resources are allocated to the first level of education, which is primary, second level of education, which is secondary, and third level, which is tertiary, of education. However, by putting everything together, there are reasons why different countries allocate as much as 26% UNESCO recommendation to all countries of the world to education. You need to remember, however, that while you were a student of ordinary level economics, it is a common knowledge that resources are scarce, and so this might be the reason for the allocation of different percentages to education sector by the different countries. Now, let us look at the objectives of educational planning in Nigeria. Number one is that it enhances educational growth and development. One of the renowned economists, Todaro, as at 1985 said notably that every nation strives after development. According to him, according to Todaro, okay, development is not only an economic phenomenon, but also educational, industrial, infrastructural, and so on. This is because it is more than material and financial side of people's lives. Development is therefore a multi-dimensional phenomenon which involves the reorganization and reorientation of the total economic and social systems. In addition, development has to do with radical changes and reduction in inequality and in all ramifications. However, from the economic perspective, you need to know that economic growth is the steady process by which the productive capacity of a given economy increases over time, with the aim of bringing about rising levels of national income. You need to know also that in developing economies, Todaro 1985 affirmed that the planners, economists, and even politicians are usually concerned with rapid economic growth. You can discover that development is broader and larger than growth due to its focus of reorganization and reorientation of both the economic and social systems. But growth is concerned majorly with numerical increase in national income of a given nation. If the above explanations should be applied to the education sector, both growth and development is inevitable, and every country of the world, Nigeria inclusive, must strive to achieve it. Remember that there should be improvement in infrastructural facilities, improved funding of education sector as agitated by different experts in the education sector, and lots more. On the whole, Educational planning should target at educational growth and educational development. Number two, Number two objective is production of needed skilled manpower. The economy of a given nation, like Nigeria as earlier stated, is made up of different sectors such as health, education, sports, banking, manufacturing, transportation, tourism, and so on. These sectors will be managed by qualified and well-trained manpower which have undergone training for a specified length of years. It is the duty of the tertiary institutions, that is the universities, polytechnics, monotechnics, colleges of education, and so on, to produce this manpower that will be invariably be injected into the economy. But you need to remember that the required length of training of skilled manpower vary from one discipline to another. For instance, for manpower in the areas of arts, social sciences, and education, it takes 4 academic sessions, especially for entrance through the joint matriculation examinations, while it takes 3 academic sessions for the direct entry candidates. For the manpower that are trained in the law, agriculture, and technology, it takes 5 academic sections, while those in the medicine, dentistry, and some other medical disciplines are trained for 7 academic sections. It is, however, important that the manpower be trained and regularly injected into the Nigerian economy because of the need to ensure that there is production of proper ratio of these manpower of this manpower, proper ratio, of this manpower, okay, to actually assume, the position, that we actually, to take care of workers that reach the retiring age in each of the years. So number 3, to enhance internal and external efficiency in the education sector. Now, efficiency is the relationship between input, which is resources that is used up by a system, and output or objectives produced by such system. A system can be said to be efficient if it can bring forth maximum output with a given limited quantity of input. Efficiency of the educational system or its subsystem lies in its ability in converting those scarce resources into employed, those resources inputs employed in teaching and learning to production of useful outputs with longer term benefits. Summarily, efficiency has to do with the relationship between resource inputs such as money, time, efforts, etc., and expected results such as production of teachers, engineers, nurses, architects, secretaries, accountants, etc. Internal efficiency is the relationship between the resource inputs within a given system, that is the educational or health system, for example, and output, which is the graduates. Whereas external efficiency is the relationship between the input from the education sector, that is the accountants, architects, agriculturists, sportsmen and women, and the output of the whole economy. Given the conducive environment, necessary working tools, and autonomy, the input from the education sector will yield greater input of the national economy. In short, if the inputted resources invariably yield maximum outputs, there is efficiency in the system. But if the inputted resources does not or do not yield maximum outputs, the system is said not to be efficient. Number 4 objective is educational planning is that educational planning ensures taking of rational decisions are said to be rational if it will yield favorable outcome. Among the national decisions that can be taken are employment of required educated manpower within the economy as at when due, construction of classrooms to accommodate increased students enrollment, production of needed textbooks, for students of first, second, and third levels of education, construction of roads and other needed infrastructures. Decisions that are not rational include irrational entrenchment of workers or retrenchment of workers, unwitting destruction of houses and school buildings, irrational spending of money, and all of that. So number 5, ensuring efficient and effective allocation of human material, financial, time, and other resources. This is another objective of educational planning. Remember that there are different types of resources made use of in the process of production of educated manpower in the education sector, among which are human material, financial, time, infrastructures, and so on. These resources are germane to the success of any education enterprise. Okay, so those are the things. Now, number 6 is to enhance socio-economic, political growth and development of a given country. Now, another objective. This is an objective of educational planning that that enhances the socio-economic, political growth and development of a given nation. Okay, now both growth and development is inevitable, and every country of the world strives towards it. Educational planning aims at improving the socio-economic status and situations of individuals and the society in general. So educational planning also targets at improving the economic growth and development in all ramifications, such that there will be improvement in the per capita income of individuals and overall improvement in the income of the country as a whole. Okay, so those are the things. Now, political growth and development of a country will also be enhanced if there is educational planning. Political growth and development is in the areas of organization of credible and worthwhile elections, free of rigging and malpractices at whatever level. So there will not be rigging or different ills that are known to characterize bad elections. Also, political growth and development will be enhanced when there is successful transition in governance from non-opposition to opposition party and vice versa in a country. Thank you very much.